I forgot to go ahead and hit the record button. That's what happened. Alrighty. Okay. Anyways, and so we got the bans from Jakir O'Neil for, let's see here, Marana, Willow. And then they also banned out Leshrac, trying to find that third ban. Pot of Greed banned out Mars, Slardar, and Ember. They went ahead and chose the wonderful Snapfire. That's super popular. They also picked Centaur Warrunner. And Jakir O'Neil went with Phoenix and the Faceless Void. Alrighty. That is a great combination right there. Super simple and super easy to go ahead and pull off. Let's see here. They respond with a Windrunner ban. And Jakir O'Neil. You really don't want that nasty Windrunner to go ahead and be a bigger nuisance than she already is. Makes a lot of sense as to why they banned her out. They went ahead and also took out the Juggernaut. Zeus is also banned out from Pot of Greed. It's going to be lots of fun to see how this is all going to pan out.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Kind of wondering what would be their ban here. I think they're going to be looking to ban out a well, obviously they're not going to ban out a carry. They're looking for another mid hero at this point. What would be a popular one that can really mess up their back line and really get back their probably Storm. So they're going to prioritize on another support hero. They took out the Oracle. So it kind of feels like their carry... Well, actually... well, from what I'm seeing, it's going to be long sustained fights anyways. At least from what I'm seeing. You got a great initiation from Centaur Warrunner. Also a great disengagement. You got Winter Wyvern with a great counter engagement with her Winter's Curse. I am having issues in my brain today. I'm sorry. Went out for a walk. Thought that would go ahead and clear up my issues. Nope. Still having problems. If I'm looking and trying to draft around this, as much as I would love to have Magnus as one of the heroes that I would love to pick up, it just doesn't seem okay. Because it kind of plays into their hand. Because that Winter Wyvern counter initiations is going to be nasty. That Winter's Curse is just going to screw everything up once you start that team fight.
10 seconds remaining.
So it is a nice little thing that they went ahead and got the Vengeful Spirit from Jakir O'Neil. That way they can go ahead and swap the heroes in and out of the whole entire situation as they see necessary. And that way, they don't have people in trouble, out of position. She's a great repositioning tool. Even better with a Force Staff. Swap out your carry, turn around a little bit, and try to Force Staff yourself out of the situation. Or you can go ahead and swap and then Blink Dagger. So they went ahead and grabbed the Chaos Knight from Pot of Greed. Great stun, great gap closer as well. Very difficult to take down. If the game extends long enough, I believe an Aghanim Scepter from Pot of Greed onto the Chaos Knight would be absolutely fantastic and detrimental for Jakir O'Neil. Same thing goes with the yeah, pretty much the same goes with both Timbersaw and Faceless Void with their Aghanims.
seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, so they banned out the Storm Spirit themselves. That's intriguing. You can run Timbersaw in the middle and see how that goes. So you can go ahead and just get some free farm and pick up another strong offlaner
10
to go
seconds
ahead and try to
remaining.
take on that Chaos Knight. Probably maybe
5 seconds remaining.
I want to say Underlord,
Radiant team's turn to ban.
but it just don't feel right to say Underlord. Even though his Firestorm can probably just bury on through the Chaos Knight's illusions, but by that time, that Reality Rift and Stun is just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna
10
tear right through
seconds
you.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
You got a minute of reserve time on Jakir O'Neill's to figure out what you want and what you need. So it's gonna be more or less trying to pick out.
Dire team ban.
Oh, okay. Um, I am a little lost on the TA ban. So they're looking at a.
10 seconds left. Decided?
Huh.
5 seconds remaining.
I think they don't want to deal with a TA matchup in mid. Something that's going to lose. Maybe a Kunkka? But Kunkka doesn't really. Well, yeah. Kind of play. Depends on the player. I don't think you're going to worry too much, but with a Snapfire and the Winter Wyvern on rotations for
Radiant
mid,
team's turn to
that can be
ban.
pretty nasty. That's a great ban on the Puck. Same with the Invoker. Invoker isn't as popular as it used to be, but still a wonderful ban on the boat.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe
5
we're
seconds
looking
left.
at a Queen of
No heads
Pain.
up.
50 seconds to figure out this one pick. So you took away the Storm Spirit. You took away the Ember Spirit. You can potentially try to go ahead and go for Earth Spirit so he can go be a rotator. But they opt out for the Ricky. Ricky in the middle. That's probably an issue for Pot of Greed, as they do not have natural counters for the Ricky.
5 seconds remaining.
That is just some great like maneuvering for Jakir O'Neil to go ahead and pick out a meta hero that is still in the meta and can work around everything. And Sniper, okay, that's the Rob Boss hero. That's gonna be fun to watch. We got B Jack Honeydew on CK, Kerman on the Wyvern, well she on the Centaur, and we got Gray. Oh, let's go with Grayo. No, let's go with Gray. No, we'll just call him 3.0, okay? We'll just call him 3.0. Probably get a message afterwards. Don't call me that. On the Snapfire there. Over on Jakir O'Neil, we're going to have Closed on the Phoenix. Breaker on the Faceless Void. A fitting name for a Faceless. We got Tempest on Vengeful Spirit. Death by Pudding on the Timbersaw. And we'll have Mozart on Ricky. So if I was to venture a guess, your mid matchup is going to be Sniper versus Ricky. In lane, it should be relatively okay for the Sniper until like level 4. Then issues start arising. So we got Jakir O'Neil and Pot of Greed. We're going to be expecting to see Jakir O'Neil Free camera here. Let's see here. So we got Jakir O'Neal on the Radiant side. We also have the Pot of Greed on the Tires side.
Let's get on with it.
I'm not entirely sure that I want to go ahead and visit that website for tips on how to gain more MMR. It's already difficult enough as it is. So as we go ahead and venture on into this adventure, we're going to quickly realize that uh, oh boy. The wonderful, wonderful jokes that we all have. We're gonna realize quickly that it might be a bit of a battle for these runes, as they should always be contested. Can one outplay the other is the question. It looks like they have that that mid camp blocked out on the top lane for the Dire side. So that way it makes the off lane for the Radiant a little bit more difficult. It's not an easy off lane, but it is highly contestable. Let's see here. Death by Pudding went ahead and grabbed it. So it looks like, if I am not mistaken, 3-for-1 on the Radiant side. So Jakir O'Neal is off to a great start. I believe this is going to be the lane that's going to be the most heavily contested. Well, it's going to be the most heavily contested, but I think the one lane that has the most kill potential is going to be this one here in the bottom lane. Snapfire with the Centaur, you know, that Scatter Blast is going to be absolutely detrimental. Once he gets Cookie at level 2, it's going to be even worse. You pair that up with the Double Edge and the Stomp from Centaur, it's just it's going to be terrible. But the Centaur opted out for returns, retaliate. Over in the middle lane, we have Rob Boss taking on Mozart. Looks like a relatively even Steven matchup so far in terms of CES. Let's see here. Oh, quick little D ward over in bottom. Not entirely sure the positioning on that, Rob. It's a nice trade there. Let's see who has the more net worth, though. Between the two. Oh, it's really close and very contestable. Oops. We're going to go ahead and try to pull in the side lane over there. That ward is... And it got stacked on top of that. That's even better for Pog. Pot agreed. Breaker's off to a very nice start. So he's going to be looking at trying to, CS as best as he can. Or she. Don't know the players. We'll figure it out sometime after the game. Or after the series. 3.0 doing his thing. Just, maneuvering. Trying to keep the stack away from the Radiant side. Here's the Scatter Blast, forcing Breaker to go ahead and use his Time Walk. That way he's not out of position for obvious reasons. Sorry if I'm a little slow. It's just been a little while. Yesterday I did practicing, but, out comes the Chaos Bolt, of course. Put some harassment on closed. Really challenge for these camps. for the pulls and so forth. And when you look at it, oh boy, 6 denies to the 1 deny. 6 favoring the Timber Saw. They both have the same amount of last hits. Well, no, a moment ago, but it is looking good for Death by Pudding. So if I was to go ahead and say who has the upper hand at the moment, I would give it to the Jakir O'Neil in this top lane. And it kind of looks like the Networth agrees with me there. Icarus dive. Looks like they're going to go ahead and turn on this for an easy first blood. A little bit of out of position for the CK. And I'm going to be T-touring this, aren't I, today? Over on the bottom lane, they went ahead and took out the Vengeful Spirit. And I'm guessing, yep, there is 1 level in Stomp, 2 levels in Retaliate. I'm guessing the Cookie was also used. Yep, 2 levels in the Scatter Shot. Let's see here. 12-second cooldown. 24. Yeah. So they gave that an easy kill right there. Ooh. Out of position. That was a fast one. Easy kill for that. A little bit of a battle going on and ensuing on the right-hand side. Over in middle, though. Kind of felt like Rob Boss was going to go on Mozart. He's going to try to keep him out of his... not out of position, but try to keep him zoned out from the creeps just for the moment and put some major pressure on the tower if possible. Oh, Scatter Blast. Some retaliation and trades between the two. It's going to be a 2-2, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no. No. It's another 3-1 in favor of Jakir O'Neil. The TP coming in from Kerman. They're going to try to save Welsh. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Out comes the Scatter Blast. Let's go see if they can go ahead and take her out. Ah, the burn. Will they burn her down, though? There is not enough health. Oh. Trying to scout out Breaker there with that Scatter Blast. So we have a lot of contention going on. Here the TP coming in for Tempest. See if Tempest can go ahead and set up a nice easy kill on the Snapfire for Breaker. It also looks like the Phoenix as well is going to be joining in on this action. Out comes the Scatter Blast. Here comes the Icarus dive. They're using some fire. No need for that. They stomped and cookied away. They're going to go ahead and disengage from this.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
So nothing too exciting yet. Just yet. Over in the middle, Ricky and Sniper, they're just duking it out quite a bit, trying to fight for the #1 spot for the CS. Over up top, though, they're going to go ahead and put an immense amount of pressure on Honeydew. Here comes the Chaos Bolt. They're going to go ahead and see if they can get Death by Pudding. Out comes the Cookie Hop. It's going to go for a bunch of right clicks. Out comes the Timber Chain. There's a Reality Rift to go ahead and keep him in position within killing range. But out comes the Fire Spirits. There is the Chakram. Can they do anything else? Death by Pudding? Oh. They're going to go ahead and try to reposition themselves by disengaging from this fight because they felt like they're not going to be able to win this unless... Never mind. There's a Reality Rift. The Chakram is out. And they bring down the Timber Saw, not but before they take out the Chaos Knight. Unfortunately, Mozart has different plans. He's going to really commit to this Kerman. Kerman's a little stuck at the moment. I don't think he's surviving. Neither will the Courier. Oh my. It's great rotations from Jakir O'Neil. Let's see here. As expected from Rob Boss. You see the rotation, you go ahead and try to put pressure in the empty lane. Did that set him back badly is the question. I don't think so. It's not terrible, you know. Could be a whole lot worse. And when I mean a whole lot worse, I mean you could be further down the charts. So, you got a lot to rely on right now. You need a little help from your friends. And right now, the best way they can do that is ask Welshie to go ahead and try to take down that bottom tower to create some space, while your support over up top goes ahead and try to keep that top tower alive for as long as possible. So it looks like they're going to go for a Mask of Madness build on the Faceless Void and then into the MKB. And BKB is probably going to be next on the list afterwards. Mozart trying to apply some form of pressure on the middle lane there, while Bob Ross is just running around in the jungle, try to make up for lost farm. It's unfortunate, you know, that Kermit had to die there. He was a little bit out of position, but you know, that's the thing. You kind of sort of have to be out of position to go ahead and get all of these heroes off the tower to keep it up for as long as possible. So he can go ahead and try to fortify here as he TPs back up to see if he can push them off the tower, but he needs some help for that. And in order to do that, he probably needs a rotation from the Snapfire, who is actually going to go ahead and keep, you know, objectives in mind, which is fine. That top tower is going to be going down soon, like now-ish. So with all of this in mind, Welshie is playing up far forward to go ahead and try to keep everything in. Well, I mean, yeah, this is good. Cookie Hop. Try to see if they can reposition him out of there. Nope. That cloud was going to... Yeah. Oh boy. That's interesting. You know? I would not worry too much right now if I was Pot of Greed. Because right now you want to make space. That's the number one thing you want to do is make space. Force that time walk out of the Faceless Void. See if they can go ahead and catch him within the next few seconds. They do not have the charge from Centaur, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, and do not have Blink Dagger. And Tempest is going to be rotating from the flank. Oh, but GR3 is going to go ahead and spot that out. Quickly just take out Tempest if they possibly can, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a possibility at the moment. I love how Pot of Greed is responding to this right now. They are all moving towards the bottom lane, while they also have Sniper farming in their jungle in the triangle. Tempest with Close and a Death by Pudding. They're going to be trying to put as much pressure as they possibly can on this tower. But I just don't feel like they are capable of doing this without cutting the lane behind the tower. At least without getting caught. Yikes. The Winter Wyvern was out of position there. Snapfire trying to get out of there with the escapes, but just unable to go ahead and get out of there. That Stampede wasn't enough. And I am really off my game today. Given that the Radiant has the top 3 in net worth, and your CK is super far behind, you're down by 3k, you just need to keep throwing bodies at them. Centaur, you don't need to worry too much. He's pretty much okay. Should be alright. He still has a stomp available if he needs to. Some reinforcements coming on in. The Stampede won't be available for another minute. Rob Boss is moving forward to see if they can go ahead and get this Timber Saw, but that Chakram is slowing down Sniper. Winter's Curse to see the delay. Can they do anything else? Well, there's the Chakram. Oh boy. The GR3 is not in the greatest spot. But Close is going to go ahead and try to track him down. But oh, what a great save by Welshie on the stop. Oh, wow. All of that is happening over here on the bottom lane. Over in the middle lane, Mozart went ahead and found their CK and just took him out. There is a lot of pressure being applied, and oh no! Rob Boss! Stampede being used. Blink forward, Tricks of the Trade. Mozart is still running away. There's no dust for Welshie. But there is dust from the Winter Wyvern. They're going to go ahead and spot him on out. There is the Stomp, there is the Blink and Strike, and they're going to go ahead and take him out. They're going to see if they can find anyone in return. Doesn't look like Closed is close enough for that retaliation kill. Well, Well, all of this is going on. The bottom tower is still not taken out on the Dire side. So Death by Pudding is trying to figure out how to go ahead and do that. Timber Chain misses to the tree. Unsure what he was thinking about there. Does have a hood. Also has hood. Gonna go ahead and try to prioritize the runes at the moment. But let's take a look at Breaker. It's been a while. Let's see here. He got his Mask of Madness. He has Power Treads. He's getting his MKB. Opted to get the Javelin before the Demon Edge. And so it's a good thing for him. Bad thing for everyone else. Still applying even more pressure on the tower. Unfortunately, over in the triangle, GR3 is going to be taken out by Mozart. Welshie, moving on forward. He is surrounded by 3 players from Jakir O'Neil. They are missing their Timber Chain. Out comes the Blink Strike. There's the Winter's Curse. They might be able to go ahead and grab the Ricky. Nope, unable to do so. That was a great counter initiation from Kerman, but I don't think there was enough firepower from Tempest and everyone else to take out the Ricky. So name of the game is trying to make space. As the map shrinks slowly, you need to go ahead and ask yourself as a team, who can we sacrifice that can split push or cut lanes? Usually you look at Centaur in these cases, and that's someone you can go ahead and point out as a great hero to do so. That can do it safely, get farm experience, and try to expand that map for yourself. While I'm talking about that, you know, Closed is just trying to cut off their vision and everything. It's just yikes. That mid tower is really important for the for Pot of Greed at the moment. Are they going to go ahead and start a fight right here? There's the Stampede to go ahead and try to disengage the Chris Dive. There's the jump forward from Breaker with a great 3-man chrono to go down. The egg is used. There's a buyback from GR3. Honeydew is in a lot of trouble right now. They need to get him out of there. Yeah. He's going to go down. Oh, Tempest almost went down to the snipe. Ah, good old headshot. And assassinate. This is a best of 2 series, so it can go 1-1. As far as I remember and know. The game is not entirely out of reach just yet. For Pot of Greed, they can go ahead and recuperate from this. Just a few more smart plays. They can do quite a bit. Oh, there's the swap. Out comes the stomp. Egg is not available. Timber Chain across the map to see if they can grab Welshi. Bob Ross, on the other hand, is going to go down. Honeydew. Honeydew. It looks like he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. There's the stomp from Welshi. There's the double edge. As this fight progresses, or actually the fight ended, it's just what I meant to say is as these team fights progress later in the game, it becomes more and more difficult for Pot of Greed to recover from these losses. And to recuperate from them, you need to at least try to trade for something. That was a brave little move from Welshi. Just move on in and be like, hello, I need this farm, guys. Because how far away... Oh. Change of thought in mind there. As far as I can tell. He had Blink Dagger queued up, but he's opting for the Blade Mail. Not sure... It is helpful. I mean... Against a lot of the heroes, it is helpful. Oh, they smoked up to see if they can go ahead and catch someone out. There is the Icarus Drive to get the hell out of there. Timber Chain forward. There's a stun. Shiva's Guard is being used. There's the jump forward. Can they go ahead and try to take down Death by Pudding? Stampede's being used. Reality Rift. Oh boy, Rob Boss is getting gone on in the back, being chased out by Tempest. Out comes the Chrono for the Snapfire. Down goes the Phoenix. Well, they're going to go ahead and see if they can get something out of Death by Pudding, but I don't believe they are able to go ahead and do so. While all of that is going down, the Sniper was able to get out, but can they get a return kill on Tempest for running after them? Honeydew's going to be a victim instead. They turned it around right now for Jakir O'Neal. Out comes the... Oh, I thought the Stomp was coming out, but nope. Oh, it did come out. Barely survived. Another Assassinate. Oh, so they did eventually get the Vengeful Spirit. And all of that, they were able to go ahead and also take down Mozart. Ooh, lots of excitement in this game. So much so that I hit the wrong button and went the wrong direction. I'm tipping. Oh boy. So it feels that this game really kind of started to get out of hand quite a bit. Stampede being used to go ahead and disengage from this dive. I'm trying to figure out what can the Dire do at the moment to go ahead and get back in this game. For me, 7 out of 10. It's you smoke up, wrap around, see what you can get, and make the best of the situation if you can. You're down by 13k. That's kind of the desperation play that you need to go ahead and invest in. It's the thing that you need to do. The more difficult part in all of this is that you have to deal with a Ricky. You don't have superior vision in where they are at the moment, but you do have coverage for it. So I believe what you can do is you can go ahead and take... You can take Welshi and Honeydew, have them smoke up and do a turnaround. Can they get Welshie out of there? Yes, they can. Here comes the Chrono. There's the Snapfire. More and more kisses. Honeydew. Oh my. There is the winner's curse, and I think they're going to take down the Void for this. Charcum is probably going to take out Honeydew. I mean, no, that wasn't Honeydew. Sorry, that was the Centaur. They did get at least one. Sniper did go down, but he bought back for this defense. Assassinate is on the mark, just did not take out the Phoenix. So this was a really good engagement from Jakir O'Neil. Strong engagement. Jump forward from the Ricky. Ricky took out the Winter Wyvern. They're gonna see if they can get a retaliation kill here, but it's gonna be difficult to do that. So we'll not be surprised if they GG out soon. Now that Stampede wasn't saving that sniper anytime soon. There it is. There's the GG, and that's game 1. Or a buyback from Welshie, who doesn't want to give up just yet. All right. Yep. 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 And ta-da. Try to make this look as clean as possible. All right, folks, that was the end of game 1. In a dominating fashion, Jakir O'Neil took the oops. Took the draft. And showed why they were the better team right now. And as far as I can tell, I believe they're going to take a small little break, about a few minutes, if I'm not mistaken, before they take game 2. Pot of Greed, I believe, is going to go ahead and try to recuperate from this and see what they can do for the next game.